I think those guys were more disciplined about doing their job and dealing with adversity than we were. They dominated the third quarter. You know, we went 3 and out, I believe, at least one of our drives in the third quarter, and then we never got them off the field. Well, you know, the bottom line is they executed better than we did. Today, the best player on the field was Cooper Kupp, and the second best player was their quarterback, who's got a name I can't pronounce. But he did a tremendous job also.
Is it surprising that players who've had a lot of comebacks last season, who've been through some adversity, struggle in that area today?
Well, we shouldn't have put ourselves in a position for a comeback, but the other thing is make no mistake, and it's like I said earlier in the week, Eastern Washington's first level guys are as good as our first level guys are. And then they proved it today, and then I thought they executed more discipline than we did, and then it's as you get to, you know, as you get into the depth of things, that's, you know, late in the season or something like that, that's where we have a bit of an advantage. But their first level guys were as good as ours, and I think that, you know, they've done this to a lot of people, and they did it to us. And the other thing is, you know, we could have controlled it, and we didn't, but they deserve a great deal of credit because they beat us in all 3 phases of the game, I feel like.
What do you think happened with the offensive line? Because it seemed like they had an inordinate amount of penalties. Your offensive line.
Undisciplined. I mean, I don't know, what do you want? Undisciplined, dumb, you know. I mean, simple, sit in there and listen to the snap count, you know. I mean, it's about as easy as that.
Did they do anything defensively in particular to slow you guys down there in the third quarter?
No, they really didn't. We got behind the chains, and then, you know, there wasn't anything special. You know, the whole thing was, the biggest issue was us. I mean, you gotta, you know, we've got to, with a couple of those guys they had on offense, you got to be real precise, because the quarterback and Cooper Kupp are, you know, are weapons out there that I thought they did a good job utilizing, but, you know, you just have to do your job with precision. I didn't feel like they really slowed us down other than when we got behind the sticks, and then, you know, in penalties. You know, when we would have penalties, well, and then, you know, we just squander opportunities, you know, miss some balls that dropped a couple balls we should have caught, missed some throws that we should have had. Gave up some pressures, yeah, here and there, but the bigger thing was, you know, just the penalties and not digging our way out of it, you know.
After a couple first half drives, the offense did put up 28 points in the first half. What did they sort of figure out that they then lost in the third quarter?
Well, how many drives we have in the third quarter? 1 or 2? Well, you guys have you guys figure all that out. All right, next question.
Coach, are there any positives you can just pick out of the game moving into next week?
Well, we've got a lot to improve on, and we've got a lot of film to do it. I think there were times in spurts where we did some really good things. I think, you know, we had sustained drives on offense that I thought had a lot of positives. We had some things on special teams that I thought had some significant positives, you know, kickoff team and some stuff like that. Defensively in spurts we did. I didn't feel like it was sustained.
Since you arrived in Pullman, you're 0-5 in season openers, is there something that you can put your finger on as to why your team started off a little bit slower than they should?
No, not really. I mean, well, part of it, some of them are good teams. I mean, one of those 0-5s are, you know, arguably, but for some home cooking, we would have beat Auburn. But the thing about it is, it's like all games, you just go out there and find a way to win.
What was the reasoning for having Shlomo miss the game, and how much did that impact the defense today?
None of your business, and it probably did impact the game a little bit, but that has nothing to do with why we lost.
What did you think of the play that Robert Taylor got ejected on? Do you think he was targeting on that one?
I couldn't see it well enough. you know, I mean, if you're running to the ball and, you know, you're not dropping your helmet or your shoulders, I mean, you know, I don't think it should even be a rule, but, you know, if you launch into somebody and all that, it should be a rule. I couldn't see it well enough, and I didn't see the replay.
On that first touchdown of the third quarter, when Cup sort of slipped into the end zone and there was nobody near him, do you know what miscommunication happened or why he was so open?
No, we're supposed to cover it. I mean, we busted coverage.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, you had Kyle Sweet do a lot of rugby punting, was that like a matchup thing, or what did you like?
What's
do?
that?
You had Kyle Sweet do a lot of punting today, was that a matchup thing for the rugby?
He does a good job getting the roll on it, you know. We discovered that he was pretty good at it, and so felt like you know, it's a weapon we ought to check out. And I'll have to look at it, but I think he did some good stuff with it.
So you're gonna use both him and Zach this year at punter?
Yeah, I think so.
When you lose a game like this that you're heavily favored in, as you did last year, is it tough to kind of?
I don't know if we're heavily favored. I mean, without addressing any of your gambling habits, I really don't know what the line on it was, or if there even was one. Next question.
Is it tough to pick the guys up?
Next
after?
question.
Last one for Coach?
Coach, last year, they all said that they came out kind of flat in that first game. How do you feel like the energy was this year in this?
I thought we had pretty good energy in the locker room, and I thought we'd had pretty good practices this week. You know, I think in some cases maybe a little stage fright out there. I also, you know, just think just playing together complete was the biggest thing.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right,
Yeah.
thank you.